Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, there was a grand castle ruled by a wise and kind king. The king had a beautiful daughter named Princess Isabella, who was loved by all for her grace and generosity. However, despite her many blessings, Isabella had one great sorrow. Her beloved mother, the queen, had vanished many years ago under mysterious circumstances. One day, while exploring the castle's attic, Isabella discovered an old, dusty mirror hidden beneath a tapestry. The mirror was ornate, framed with intricate patterns of gold and silver. As she polished it, the glass shimmered and a soft voice whispered from within. "I am the enchanted mirror," the voice said. "To find what you seek, you must embark on a quest and face 3 challenges. Only then will you uncover the truth about your mother's disappearance." Determined to bring her mother back, Princess Isabella accepted the challenge. The mirror revealed a map, pointing to a hidden forest far beyond the kingdom's borders. With the blessing of her father and the encouragement of her friends, Isabella set off on her journey, accompanied by her loyal horse, Starlight. As Isabella ventured into the mysterious forest, she marveled at its beauty. The trees were tall and ancient, their leaves glistening like emeralds. The air was filled with the songs of magical creatures, and the path was illuminated by glowing fireflies. The first challenge was the trial of courage. Isabella came across a dark, foreboding cave guarded by a fierce, magical lion with a mane that sparkled like the night sky. The lion roared, and the cave's entrance was surrounded by swirling mist. Though scared, Isabella approached the lion and spoke bravely. "I seek to find the truth about my mother. Please let me pass." The lion, sensing her sincerity and bravery, softened. "You may enter, but you must face the cave's darkness and find the hidden crystal within. Only then will you prove your courage." Isabella ventured into the cave, using a small lantern to guide her way. She navigated through twisting tunnels and avoided treacherous traps. At the heart of the cave, she discovered a glowing crystal resting on a pedestal. As she touched the crystal, the cave was filled with light, and the lion nodded in approval. The second challenge was the trial of wisdom. Isabella arrived at a serene, enchanted glade where a wise old owl perched on a high branch. The owl presented her with a riddle: "I can fly without wings. I can cry without eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I?" Isabella pondered the riddle, thinking deeply about its meaning. After a moment of contemplation, she answered, "A cloud." The owl hooted in delight, and a hidden path appeared, leading her to the final challenge. The third challenge was the trial of compassion. Isabella found herself in a magical meadow where many animals, from tiny mice to majestic deer, were in distress. The meadow had been affected by a long, harsh winter, and the animals were hungry and cold. Without hesitation, Isabella used the supplies she had brought to care for the animals. She shared her food, built shelters from nearby branches, and used her warmth to comfort the creatures. As she worked, the meadow began to glow with a warm, golden light, and the animals' spirits were lifted. With the trials complete, the enchanted mirror appeared before Isabella, its surface reflecting a vision of her mother. The mirror revealed that her mother had been captured by a wicked sorceress who had hidden her away in a distant, enchanted tower. Guided by the mirror's directions, Isabella and Starlight journeyed to the enchanted tower. The tower was tall and covered in thorns, surrounded by a magical barrier. With courage and determination, Isabella approached the barrier and used the wisdom and compassion she had gained from the trials to find the key to the barrier's lock. Inside the tower, she found her mother, who was overjoyed to see her. The sorceress, realizing that Isabella's love and bravery had broken her spell, fled into the shadows, never to be seen again. Isabella and her mother returned to the castle, where they were welcomed with great joy and celebration. The kingdom rejoiced at their reunion, and the enchanted mirror's magic was restored to its place in the castle, a reminder of the power of love and perseverance. Princess Isabella's bravery and kindness were celebrated throughout the land, and her mother's return brought new hope and happiness to the kingdom. The enchanted mirror remained a cherished artifact, a symbol of the quest that had reunited a family and proven the strength of the human heart. And so, Princess Isabella lived happily ever after, knowing that with courage, wisdom, and compassion, even the most challenging quests could be overcome. The end. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between lush hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a young princess named Mira. She was known throughout the land for her kindness, bravery, and a special gift, an extraordinary talent for music. Mira could play any instrument she touched, filling the kingdom with melodies that brought joy and peace. One day, while exploring the castle's attic, Mira discovered an old, dust-covered music box. It was intricately designed with celestial patterns and a golden key attached. Curious, Mira carefully opened the box, and as it played a soft, haunting melody, a shimmering note floated out and transformed into a tiny, sparkling fairy. The fairy introduced herself as Leora, the guardian of the music box. "Princess Mira," she said, "this music box holds the key to a hidden realm, a magical place that is said to grant one wish to those with pure hearts. But first, you must complete 3 challenges to unlock its full power. The first challenge, the Garden of Echoes." Leora's wings sparkled as she pointed towards a garden beyond the castle grounds. "The first challenge is to navigate the Garden of Echoes," she explained. "The garden is filled with musical echoes. You must find the source of the echo that matches the melody of the music box." Mira entered the garden, a place where every step caused different musical notes to ring through the air. The echoes were enchanting but confusing, as they constantly shifted and changed. With patience and focus, Mira played the melody from the music box on her flute, listening carefully for the echo that matched the tune. After some time, she heard a harmonious echo that perfectly mirrored her melody. Following this echo led her to a hidden glade where a golden key was waiting for her. The second challenge, the Mirror Lake. With the golden key in hand, Mira followed Leora to a serene lake known as the Mirror Lake. The water was so clear it reflected the sky like a perfect mirror. At the center of the lake was a small island with a single, ancient tree. To complete the second challenge, Leora said, "You must find the Tree of Reflections. Its fruit holds a secret that will guide you to the next challenge. But beware, the lake's surface can show illusions." Mira carefully crossed the lake using a small, enchanted boat provided by Leora. As she approached the island, she noticed the reflections in the water began to change, showing illusions of various paths and obstacles. Focusing on the tree, Mira climbed to its branches and found a glimmering fruit hanging from them. She plucked it gently, and the fruit revealed a hidden map showing the way to the final challenge. The third challenge, the Cavern of Whispers. The map led Mira to a mysterious cavern hidden within the mountains. As she entered the cavern, she was greeted by soft, whispering voices that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. The voices were calming but distracting, making it difficult to focus. The final challenge, Leora explained, is to find the Heartstone hidden within this cavern. The Heartstone can only be found by listening to your heart, not the whispers. Mira closed her eyes and took a deep breath, letting her own heartbeat guide her. She followed her intuition, walking through the cavern as the whispers gradually faded away. After a journey through winding tunnels and sparkling crystal formations, Mira finally discovered the Heartstone resting on a pedestal. It glowed warmly in her hands, radiating a soothing light. The revelation and the wish. With the Heartstone, Mira returned to Leora, who was waiting by the music box. "You have completed the challenges with grace and determination," Leora said. "Now, the music box will grant you one wish." Mira thought deeply about her wish. She had seen the joy her music brought to others and knew that the true magic lay not in personal gain but in the happiness of those around her. She wished for the ability to share her gift of music with the world, to spread joy and peace far beyond her kingdom. Leora smiled warmly and waved her wand. "Your wish is granted, Princess Mira. The magic of the music box will now allow you to share your melodies with anyone, anywhere." As Mira played a final tune on her flute, the music swirled around her and spread across the land. Her melodies reached every corner of the kingdom and beyond, bringing happiness and comfort to all who heard them. The kingdom flourished with newfound joy, and Princess Mira became known far and wide as a beacon of hope and harmony. the legend of the enchanted music box and Myra's selfless wish became a cherished story, inspiring countless others to find magic in their own gifts and share it with the world. And so, the tale of Princess Myra and the enchanted music box lived on, a reminder that true magic lies in the kindness of the heart and the joy of sharing one's gifts with others. The Whispering Glade. Once upon a time, in a land where emerald forests stretched as far as the eye could see, there was a hidden glade known as the Whispering Glade. This enchanted place was said to be protected by ancient magic, and only those with a pure heart could find it. Legends told that the glade held the secrets to healing and happiness. In the nearby village of Fernwood, there lived a gentle young woman named Elowen. Elowen was beloved in her village for her kindness and her gift for tending to the sick and injured. But lately, Fernwood had fallen under a dark cloud of sadness, as a mysterious illness had begun to affect the villagers, leaving them weak and weary. One evening, as Elowen sat by her window, she heard a soft, melodious whisper on the wind. The whispers seemed to call her name, urging her to seek the Whispering Glade. Determined to find a cure for her village, Elowen decided to follow the mysterious call. With a small satchel of supplies, bread, a flask of water, and a warm cloak, Elowen set out into the forest. The trees were tall and majestic, their leaves rustling with secrets. She followed a narrow path, which seemed to guide her deeper into the woods. The air grew cooler, and the forest became quieter, until only the sound of her footsteps could be heard. After hours of walking, Elowen stumbled upon a large, ancient oak tree with a hollow trunk. Inside the hollow was a delicate, glowing flower. As she reached out to touch it, a gentle voice spoke from the tree. "Welcome, brave Elowen. To enter the Whispering Glade and find the cure for your village, you must complete 3 tasks. Each task will reveal a truth about yourself and your heart." Elowen nodded, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The first task led her to a clearing where a magical spring bubbled with crystal-clear water. Beside the spring lay a golden cup, and a riddle was inscribed on a nearby stone: "I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?" Elowen thought deeply about the riddle and answered, "A map." The spring's waters sparkled with approval, and a hidden pathway appeared, leading her further into the forest. The second task brought Elowen to a grove where she found a group of small, enchanted creatures. They were trapped in a tangled web spun by a mischievous spider. The creatures pleaded for help, but they were fearful of the spider, which guarded the web fiercely. Without hesitation, Elowen carefully approached the spider, speaking to it with kindness. She explained how the creatures needed to be freed and promised to help the spider find a new home where it could spin its web in peace. Moved by her compassion, the spider agreed to let the creatures go. Elowen gently untangled the web and freed the creatures, who thanked her with joyous cheers. The grove's trees swayed with delight, and a new path opened up, leading Elowen closer to her goal. The final task was the most challenging. Elowen arrived at a tranquil meadow where a large stone stood with a keyhole. Beside it was a shimmering, golden key on a pedestal. The key was surrounded by a circle of stones, each bearing an inscription about the virtues of bravery, wisdom, and love. Elowen realized that to unlock the stone, she needed to show that she embodied these virtues. She closed her eyes and reflected on her journey. She had shown bravery in facing the unknown, wisdom in solving the riddle, and love in helping the enchanted creatures. With these virtues in her heart, Elowen approached the stone and gently inserted the key. The stone slid away to reveal a hidden passage leading to the Whispering Glade. As Elowen stepped into the glade, she was greeted by a breathtaking sight. The glade was filled with vibrant, healing herbs and flowers, their petals glowing softly in the moonlight. In the center of the glade was a pool of water, and beside it lay an ancient, silver bowl. The same gentle voice spoke again, "You have proven your heart's true worth. Use the herbs and flowers from this glade to heal your village." Elowen carefully gathered the herbs and flowers, filling her satchel with the precious ingredients. As she made her way back to Fernwood, she felt a sense of hope and purpose. Upon her return, Elowen prepared remedies from the glade's plants and distributed them among the villagers. The healing powers of the herbs worked swiftly, and soon, the village was revived with renewed strength and happiness. The villagers celebrated Eloan's bravery and kindness, and the Whispering Glade became a symbol of hope and healing in their hearts. Eloan's story was told for generations, a reminder of the magic that exists when one's heart is true and selfless. And so, the village of Fernwood thrived once more, blessed by the magic of the Whispering Glade and the courageous spirit of one remarkable woman.